Hello, Polish Best for UK here, and welcome to yet another Game of Day video. So today we're looking at something a bit different. Today we're looking at a homebrew game for the Amstrad CPC. So this was released in 2020 by CrazyPiri, I think it is called. CrazyPiri, yeah. So this is a 2020 homebrew game. Basically what it is it's a port of the Game Boy version of Tetris. Not emulating the original ROM. It's actually a port that's been recoded for the Amstrad CPC. Well, at least that's my understanding of it. And I saw it on a Reddit post and I was very curious about it, and I've tried it already, and I have to say it's absolutely brilliant. So if you've got an Amstrad CPC, check this one out. So I'm going to load it up for you. So let's do the cat first of all so we can see where it is on the disk drive. I normally go for the BAS files when I'm loading a game on the Amstrad CPC. So if you just type in run, whatever it says .bas on it, so disk, you don't need the extension. You can just type it in without the extension. You don't even need the other quotation mark either. And yep, so this is this homebrew 2020 Tetris port. So I was really impressed with this. So there's our title screen, or loading picture, should I say. Well, as you can see, this is ported over. You can see, I'll show for a minute so you can listen. So that's the title screen music, but you'll recognise the in-game music more. So as you can see, it's got a general look of the Game Boy on the top section. Obviously you've got your Tetris colourful bit there that they put in there, but there is actually, I have learned, a Tetris Game Boy emulator that does use the official ROM, but it runs quite slow, as you can probably imagine. But this is rewritten, so it's not using emulations, so this is why it's a lot more faster. But he's done, this CrazyPiri person has done it, or company or whatever, has done an excellent job. So let's start the game. I think that sounds excellent. It gives a nice Amstrad touch on the original the music. I don't know how copyrighted that music is, but yeah, it sounds great. So you've got other types of music as well. So the other types, probably the other ones that are present on the Game Boy. So let's get into the game now. Let's choose A type with both the music and the game type. Let's go for level 0. And as you can see, yeah, it's a rewritten of Tetris, but on the Amstrad CPC, designed to play and feel like the original Game Boy version. I mean, yeah, I quite like it. I think they've done an excellent job. It plays really well. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, it's not emulated. This version of it is ported. Nice to see that we've got sound effects and music simultaneously as well, with a system with limited sound channels. Gameplay is just as good as the original Tetris on the Game Boy, to be honest. Obviously the original game wasn't the Game Boy version, but yeah, if you want the Game Boy sort of experience on the Amstrad CPC, recommend this one. Definitely. I need one of them straight pieces. There we go. There's one there coming next. I've always been shit at Tetris, to be fair. As a Game Boy owner myself, I'm really impressed with this. It just looks and plays just like it. Music's a bit more limited than the Game Boy, but it's there. It works. Yeah, I was going to say I could do with one of them long pieces again. Oh, that was a mistake. Right, this should sort out 3 lines in once. But yeah, I don't know, I haven't tested if this works on the 464. It might need a 128 machine. But yeah, the homebrew are bringing out some really decent stuff. And this is the homebrew from 2020, which I've only just learned about. So yeah, if you do have a Amstrad CPC and you want the Game Boy Tetris authentic feel, I recommend this one. It's superb. It's free to download. There's no charge to download it as well, so it's just completely free. As far as I can tell, I just downloaded it directly from his website. I'll put a link in the description below where to download both the CPR and the DSK version if you want to try it in an emulator, or if you want to try it on the real machine. But yeah, that's Amstrad CPC, the Tetris 2020 Game Boy clone from, what was he called again? Let me just check. CrazyPiri. So yeah, I don't know if I did a review, but I'm going to say 10 out of 10 with this one. If you want to know the controls, it's left, right to move the pieces, left and right. Fire button on the Amstrad joystick to rotate. And yeah, what a brilliant Tetris Game Boy clone on your CPC. If you had this back in the day and your boasting friend was going on about his Game Boy handheld, you would have been able to show him this and they would have been like, fucking hell, that's good, isn't it? But unfortunately that didn't happen, did it? So 2020 version, yeah. I love the fact Homebrew are still releasing games for these systems. We need something like this on the Spectrum. If there is anything like this on the Spectrum, let me know in the comments and I'll definitely review it. So thank you for watching. Have a pleasant Wine Wednesday, or whatever you want to call Wednesday, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to have another drink of this Duvel Belgian beer now. So thank you for watching. Have a pleasant evening. Bye.